Pearl and Odell Jackson were a black married couple living in Alabama. From 1919 to 1923, there would be attacks on immigrants and interracial couples that the married couple were believed to have been involved in. The first confirmed attack would be November 28, 1919, where G.T. Arai was murdered in his store. The following month, you would have John Besser, who was found bound and gagged in his store. On March 5th, 1921, C.C. Pippins was struck with an axe, but they had survived. On May 28, 1923, Charlie Graffito was struck in his store, but it doesn't publicly say whether he died or survived. And on March 9, 1924, Clem Williams, who apparently was worked in the mines, he was at his home and his head was found split open by an axe, and said axe was found on the kitchen table. So those are believed murders that the couple was said to have been involved in. One day, Pearl and Odell were playing cards with a woman by the name of Mary Frances Sanders, and they apparently were talking about murdering a white man. A confirmed murder that the couple had apparently done was on January 6, 1923, because they would kill John Turper, who was a white man, I guess. So their plan to rob and kill a white man was successful. On October 23rd, 1923, there would be a woman by the name of Violet Vigilant, who apparently she basically had her throat slit practically ear to ear by an axe and will be found by her husband. And so apparently Juliet's mother, Elizabeth, had been staying with them, and she also was struck in the head, and also she basically, I guess, died at the house. And apparently Elizabeth was actually holding her granddaughter, so Juliet's daughter, 3-year-old Caroline, in bed with her, and Caroline luckily had not been harmed, and Juliet wound up dying the next day. So then Pearl would apparently actually get into an argument with the Mary Frances woman that I mentioned earlier, and apparently Mary had actually threatened to have Pearl and Odell sent away, and 2 detectives would overhear this. So of course they proceed to go question Pearl and Odell, who both deny involvement. Fred Glover, who apparently was a suspect in these AXERS murders, he apparently was given 20 years for unrelated robbery and assault. So then the Jackson couple and apparently 3 other people were given a dose of this word you see on the screen, and they basically caused them to confess. So once they confessed, they obviously were sentenced to death, and then their execution would get pushed back twice. But the group ultimately gets executed on August 8th, 1925, and then in 1960s, the U.S. Supreme Court would officially declare this to be declared torture for use of interrogation.